everyone. It's a good day in Clarkston. Come on, let's go check it out. Hello everyone, and welcome to It's a Good Day When. I'm your host, LaVon Upton, and today it's a good day when you have good lighting on your house, good exterior lighting. And so with us today from Midwest Lightscapes is owner Bud Freed. I visited your booth, Bud, at the Taste of Clarkston, and I met your wife, and I thought it would be something our audience would be interested in. Even though we're coming into the holidays and winter soon, I just thought maybe people could be informed and ready to act when it's time to do exterior lighting. So thanks for being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you today.
And maybe you could tell me about your family-owned business.
We are a family-owned business. My son got me started in this business several years ago. He was working for a fella down in Indianapolis who owned a lighting company. And to make a long story short, after a while he bought the company out and became owner-operator of the company, and kept telling me, "Dad, you need to get into this business." And make a long story short, I got into the business and I'm just loving it.
Is that right?
You have a great time.
Well, how did you get interested in outdoor lighting in particular?
Well, through my son, it got me interested in outdoor lighting. I didn't know anything about it till I started with him, and he began to teach me what I ought to do, what good lighting was. And when I really got serious about it, we went down to Nashville, Tennessee, where our manufacturer is located, and we went through some extensive training of how to set up outdoor lighting, how to wire your outdoor lighting, all this, every aspect of the business. And that's where we got most of our professional training from.
Is that right?
Yes.
They have special schools for that, huh?
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they teach us well down there.
Well, your motto is Masters in the Art of Light. Mm-hmm. And from one of my design books, I read, quote, "A designer can alter the perception of space, focus attention, set moods, and define texture, and create a specific atmosphere through the use of light." So what is the art of light?
Well, that's an excellent definition. There isn't, the art of light that we do is outdoor lighting around your home, and there is definitely an art to it. There is a science to properly lighting your home. I always tell homeowners the right amount of light fixtures that it takes to light up your home was predetermined by the architect who designed your home. So there is a science to it and also an art to it, and we know how to put that together to make your house look fabulous after dark.
And how do you do that?
With the proper placement of light fixtures. As I work on a lot of repair work around on homes and other lighting companies have done, the biggest, most common mistake I see is the placement of those fixtures. You could have working fixtures, but if they're not placed right, and it'd be a long explanation for me to get into the proper placement of those fixtures, where they're going to shed the light, they're going to reflect the light, they're going to show the texture oftentimes of the brick of your home and make it look like it should after dark.
Mm-hmm. Now we will be showing some pictures of the lighting of the homes and around pools, and what are some of the other areas that you light up?
We light pools, we light homes. walkways. We've done some beautiful garden areas where somebody has does an extensive amount of work for putting a beautiful garden together, and all of that's lost when darkness comes. But by putting some accent lighting in that garden, you can make that garden come to life 24 hours a day. This is going to be a beautiful place to walk after the dark just comes, and enjoy your yard when it's dark out.
Which it's getting earlier and earlier
Much earlier
now
every day now, yes.
Well, what are some of the products you use?
Well, all our fixtures we use are made in the United States. They're manufactured in Nashville, Tennessee. And all our products most of our products we use are solid copper and brass. This is one of our pathway lights. It's also on the screen for you to see what it looks like. Because they're solid copper, they're going to last you a lifetime. It's not going to corrode, it's going to patina. When you first install them on the ground, they're shiny, a little bit like this one. They're starting to get a little patina to it. But in a short while, it's going to turn brown like a penny, okay? And it's designed to blend into your landscape so you see the light and not the light fixture, okay? It's going to blend in. And this also is one of our uplights we use for lighting up facades of houses and trees and so forth. Same thing as this one. It's solid copper and brass. Huge difference in the metal, the material that light fixtures are made out of. I see a lot of light fixtures in the field that are plastic and aluminum. The problem with those is heat causes plastic to expand and contract. Same thing with aluminum. Aluminum corrodes, and it doesn't take long that seal is broke. Moisture is inside the fixture, and once moisture gets inside the fixture, it doesn't matter how good your light is in there, it's going to fail when it gets moisture inside. So the idea with copper is it's a little more expensive to install, but it's a fixture that's going to be there and last you for a lifetime.
It looks like it'll last a lot longer than those little plastic things I had out in my garden bed.
Yes, I have worked on people's homes with this fixture where it has been in the ground for over 15 years. I talked to a guy just the other day out in Troy. He has these in his yard, and this is LED. His took the light bulbs because it was back 15 years. But he says, other than the fact I replace light bulbs quite often, he says, they still work great. And they looked as nice as they did when they were installed. They're patinaed a little bit. They look great.
Well, that brings up a point. Do you do upgrades where people need replacements and you go out and do upgrades?
Yes, we do. We can upgrade your existing system a couple of different ways. We can replace with new lighting where needed, and if possible, maybe we use your old transformer. We can do a complete replacement and upgrade. The other option is we can take existing systems, and many times we can upgrade them to an LED insert in them in there, so it will no longer be a quartz halogen bulb in there, but an LED, which would save you a great deal, save you about 80% on your electrical use, and it's going to be a bulb that is going to last you 10 to 15 years as opposed to 6 to 8 months.
How can you tell good outdoor lightings that will last?
Good outdoor lighting, as some of the things I already covered, has to do with the materials that it's made out of, okay? How is it going to last you? Is it made out of a solid copper or brass that's going to be there and last you several years? Also has to do with the LED that's in the light. Is it a good quality LED? And there are a lot of LED fixtures that are flooding the market right now, and a lot of them are made in China, and the LED is integrated into the fixture. When that LED dies, which it will 10 to 15 years out, it's going to wear out, you have to replace the entire fixture because the LED is wore out. With ours, you can put a new LED in there and you're good for another 10 to 15 years on that fixture. It's designed to last you a lifetime. There is a lot of difference,
Is there ugly LED lighting?
Yeah, everyone knows the answer to that. There's a lot of ugly LED lighting out there. And there again, it comes into the quality of the LED that is inserted in there. And we have lighting people work off what we call the Kelvin scale. It has to do with the the color and tone of the light, okay? And the higher that number is on the Kelvin scale, you do not want to get into it. The cost of the fixture is going to be less, but it's going to look bad. It's going to look white or bluish look to the light. Not a warm light like in the picture you see there. That looks more like a natural incandescent bulb to the color of the light. When you get into those that are high in the Kelvin scale, they're going to be white, blue looking, undesirable look to your home.
Mm-hmm. I just had some lights replaced in my bathroom, and it's a fixture with 4 light bulbs, and so one burned out, and they put in a new bulb, and it's real blue, and the other 3 are gold, and so it looks terrible.
Yes.
And they told me they can no longer get the golden tone bulbs, that they're all that light blue. Now, is that true that some bulbs are becoming obsolete?
Well, I don't know what kind of bulb you have in there without seeing it, but there is a lot of LEDs on the market today that are blue, and I think as time goes along, people are going to demand a better quality LED. They're out there. Better quality LEDs are. They're a little more costly. Right now, people are trying to flood the market with lower cost LEDs, okay? Which is great. They save you energy if it's in a situation where you don't mind the color of the bulb, you know, what it looks like. But a better quality LED, depending on the bulb you have, is probably available somewhere.
Now, did you answer this question for me? What is the perfect light, and what happens if it's not perfect?
Well, first of all, there is no perfect light. Lights are an invention of mankind, and it's getting better. There have been just huge improvements in the quality of light that's available out there. And LED is the latest advent of that. The energy use, the heat that they put out is minimal, and it's a huge improvement. The quality of light depends on the application you want to use it. We use several different types of fixtures and types of lights for different applications. One of the pictures they had on the screen there, at one point showed a lighting by a pond where it's underlit clear rocks. In that application, there was an LED rope light that goes underneath that. You can't see it. So it, in that case, was the perfect light for that application. In a different application, you wouldn't want that type of light. So we offer a lot of different fixtures, different types of lights for different application. In lighting your deck, obviously you wouldn't want a light fixture like this to light your deck, but we offer under deck lighting that lights in a soft light across the surface of your deck. So the perfect light depends on the application where you're using that light.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And do you warranty your work?
We sure do. Our fixtures come with a 15-year warranty on the fixture. The LED is rated at 50,000 hours. I sat down one day and I did the math on that. If you burn an LED for 12 hours a day, 365 days a year, to get to 50,000, you're going to run 11.4 years before that LED wears out. Okay, so but the LED is rated at 50,000 hours. The fixture is guaranteed for 15 years. We're seriously considering upping that to a lifetime warranty, simply because you can. It's just nothing's going to happen to that fixture.
Well, the holidays are coming up. Do you do any lighting for the holidays, or?
At this time, we don't do holiday lighting. My son, who's my business partner, is encouraged me to get into the holiday lighting business, and we may at some time in the future. We do, depending on the type of fixture you have in your yard, offer colored filters for your lights so you can change them to red or green, the existing lights you have. But we don't do holiday tree lighting in your yards yet.
And do you do repair work?
We sure do. We do a lot of repair work, and doesn't have to be a system that we installed, but we can come out and repair your existing system and find the problems. The most common problem we run into is cut wires. Somebody's digging the garden, they cut a wire somewhere, and that can be challenging if you don't know where the wires broke at. So it takes some experience to trace it down, and we do that. A lot of repairing systems. Back this time of year, we get really busy. Everybody's in a hurry to get their lights working. It's dark early now, and winter's coming, and yeah.
So you're busy now.
Very busy right this time of year.
And repeat customers, do people come back for more?
They sure do. They sure do. I encourage people. Oftentimes, some people want to light up the backyard. They want to light up the front yard, and all that's gets expensive. And I always encourage people to get started this year. Get a light package in the front of your house. Maybe we'll get the light up, and next year we'll add the back on. I have many repeat customers who call me and say, "Hey, next year we're going to light the backyard up and come back out, and we do this and add more light fixtures." The great thing with LED is that it's much easier to expand your system. With the old quartz halogen system, because the power draw was so heavy, if you expand your system, you had to run more wires, possibly add a larger transformer. With LED, oftentimes we can just extend onto the wiring that's there. The transformer's already big enough to handle plenty of lights more because the power draw is so much less. Expansion's a lot easier.
So it's made a huge difference, the LED lighting.
It has changed the whole lighting game. It really has.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, where are your locations?
We are located in the Clarkston Independence Township, but we service the entire metro area. I am clear down in Canton, Plymouth, Northville. I'm out in Rochester Hills. I've been clear over in Richmond. We travel a big area serving light needs, yes.
Do you have a second location? It says Midwest.
We currently have 3 locations. We are in Indianapolis, up here in eastern Michigan, and in Fort Wayne, Indiana, opened a new franchise there. We have plans next year. We're opening another franchise in North Michigan, going to serve basically the northwestern part of the state, up around Cadillac, up to Petoskey and that area up in there. And we have another franchise opening in the West Michigan area down around Grand Rapids area next year.
So you got into this business through your son, and you absolutely love it, you said.
I absolutely love it. Having a great time.
That's great. Well, we'll have your contact information on the screen. We'll put on your website, which is MidwestLightscapes.com, and we have a phone number there for you. People can contact you if they like.
That looks great.
And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us here.
Being here. And the rest of you, go out and make it a good day.